Good morning students. You are with Bindu Chaudhary and we are pursuing our social science class, and today in our social science class we are covering the question answer session of our chapter 4th. The name of the chapter is agriculture. We had discussed about the different types of farming system, about different types of lands, about different types of tools using in the purpose of the agriculture. We discussed about the farm in India as well as the farm in USA. Yes, developing and developed countries comparison also there. We discussed about the main part, primary sector, secondary sector and territory activities. We discussed this one also, and we categorize different types of works in all these things. We differentiate between the types of farming system. Substantive farming system is there and a commercial farming system is also there. We discussed about the businessmen and peasant farmers. Yes, we had discussed about United States of America's farmers. John Heron is a businessman because he is using main technology part and main computer knowledge with him, with the help of government, with the help of the tools he has. And when we are discussing about Munna Lal, the farmer of a small village of Uttar Pradesh, and on that time what Munna Lal is using? Munna Lal is using some, it's okay, machinery parts with the help of family members, with the help of some cooperative societies, with the help of banks and with other things also, with livestock also, because he has 2 buffaloes and he sold milks of buffaloes. He had 2 hens also, so he had all these things, but not the better knowledge than that of John Horan. So lots of difference between the farms in USA and between the farms in India. So we had a long journey in our chapter reading session. Today we are covering question answer part, and in this part we are also taking some questions of differentiations, some questions of the question answer sessions here. So let's start with our first question. We are covering here first question, what is agriculture? As our chapter's name is also agriculture, so we will discuss first one here. Agriculture is the primary activity that involves the cultivation of crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers and rearing of livestock. So not a single part is here. We had different activities in our primary sector, the cultivation of crops as well as fruits as well as vegetables and flowers and rearing of livestock also. So agriculture includes all these parts. Our next question here, name the factors influencing agriculture. What are the factors responsible for the purpose of influencing agriculture here? Here is our answer. Factors influencing agriculture includes the topography of soil and climate. Yes, we had discussed in our part first of our chapter reading session, and in that chapter reading session we had discussed about the factors influencing agriculture. It includes topography of soil as well as the climatic conditions which are responsible for the farming system. Our next question involves, what is shifting cultivation? What are its disadvantages? Yes, it has some disadvantages. What are that? We will discuss in our part second here. First one, we will discuss about the shifting cultivation. See, shifting cultivation is a type of farming in which agricultural activities are shifted or switched off from one field to the another when the fertility of the soil of the former is diminished. जब हम बच्चों बात करते हैं कि सोयल की जो उर्वरा शक्ति है, फर्टिलिटी रेट है, जब वो बिल्कुल फिनिश हो जाती है, एंड ऑन दैट कंडीशन शिफ्टिंग कल्टिवेशन कम्स इनटू प्रोसेस, बिकॉज ऑन दैट टाइम फार्मर्स स्विच्ड ऑफ फ्रॉम वन फील्ड टू द अनदर फील्ड. सी, we are taking our second part also. What are its disadvantages? Some disadvantages are here. The first one we includes deforestation. Yes, deforestation is the main disadvantage. Second is the soil erosion, because from the better soil, we had also discussed in our previous question about the influencing parts of the farming system in agriculture system. So, better climatic conditions, better temperature with the soil also, but when there is a soil erosion, then it is a big disadvantage for the purpose of the cropping. Next one is the small patches for cultivation. Yes, we had discussed that small patches of cultivations are there, and one time the farmers use the first patch and the second time he switched off from the first part to the next part, or shifted from first place to the second place. So, this one is also the disadvantage of that one. Last part is here, not sufficient for feeding a large population. Yes, shifting cultivation is totally not sufficient for the purpose of feeding for a large number of population. So, it is the disadvantage of the shifting cultivation. Here we are taking our next question. What is plantation agriculture? We had discussed about some plantations as tea, coffee, as banana, as others also. So, what is this plant agriculture? Here we will discuss. Plantation agriculture is a type of commercial farming where only a single crop. Yes, see, first one is the commercial farming, second one is the single cropping system. Single crop, it means tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashews, rubbers, bananas or cotton. Single crop is there, and this single crop is beneficial for the purpose of the commercial farming. A large amount of labor is also needed for the plantation of agriculture with the high capital. So, high capital is also required for this one. The product is processed on the farm itself or nearby factories, because in a large number of plantation of agriculture is there. So, all these things processed nearby the factories or within the farm based system. So, this one is the plantation part. We are coming on our next question. Name the fiber crops and name the climatic conditions required for their growth. See, we had discussed about the fiber crops, and in that fiber crops we had two types of crop. First one is jute and another one is cotton. So, we will discuss about jute and cotton in this one. See, two major fiber crops are jute and cotton. Jute grows well on alluvial soil. First condition is the alluvial soil and requires high temperature with heavy rainfall and a humid climate for its growth. It means what are the necessary things for the betterment of the major crops. For example, jute. Jute needs alluvial soil with high rainfall, with high temperature, with the humid climatic regions. And when we are discussing about the cotton, cotton needs high temperatures, light rainfall. See the difference between the jute and cotton. Jute needs heavy rainfall, but cotton needs light rainfall, and bright sunshine is also necessary for the proper growth of cotton. So, here we differentiate between jute and cotton farming. Our next question here, it includes the take the correct answer. Our first question includes horticulture. What is this horticulture? We had discussed it in our chapter reading session. We had some options. We will exclude the better result from this one. Our first option is growing of fruits and vegetables. This one is right or wrong? Yes, in horticulture it is. It is right, because growing of fruits and vegetables are included in the horticulture. Next one is primitive farming. No, primitive farming is not included in this one, and growing of wheat is totally not included in the horticulture. Okay. So, the best results are growing of fruits, vegetables, flowers for the purpose of commercial use. So, horticulture, so A part is correct for the purpose of growing of fruits, vegetables, flowers and other things for the purpose of commercial use. Our next question is here. Golden fiber. Yes, we had discussed this one. Golden fiber refers to which crop? See here. The first one is tea. No, tea is a plantation. The second one is cotton. No, this one is not. The third one is jute. Yes, jute is also the another name, and that name is golden fiber. So our third option, C option, is correct here. So we will write here C. This one is our next question. Leading producers of coffee. We had discussed about the world as well as India also. So we will take it in a ascending order. See here. First one Brazil, then India, then Russia. Which one is the leading producer of coffee? So Brazil is the correct answer. Brazil is in all over the country, is on the first place for the producing of the coffee. So our correct answer is A. Our next question, question number 3 includes give reasons for different questions. First question involves in India agriculture is a primary activity. Is it right? If it is right, then give reasons for this one. So we will write here the answer. You will read with us. Agriculture is an activity of growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers and rearing of livestock. Yes, we had discussed about the definition of agriculture in our previous question as well as in our chapter reading session. So first we will write this one here about agriculture. Then it is a primary activity since it directly involves natural resources. So this our answer is totally correct. This includes in the primary activities because it directly involves with the natural resources. Here again we will discuss about India's. In India, a huge number of people derive the activity from their ancestors. Yes, हमारे पूर्वजों से ही हमारे जो इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर फार्मर्स हैं उन्होंने ये सब चीज़ें जो है ये एक्टिविटीज़ अपनी गोइंग ऑन की थी. ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ लिटरेसी इन जनरल farmers prefer agriculture since they acquire the required skills from their ancestors and so feel comfortable with it. Yes, because of the lacking of the education, these are in a very poor in the rate of literacy. So these not need any other things for the betterment of their livelihood, so they prefer for the purpose of agriculture because all these things they required from skills from their ancestors they had, and they had, that's why feeling betterment in it and feeling comfortable with this one. Our next question is here. Different crops are grown in different regions. Is it okay or not? Yes, this one, see. Different crops are grown in different regions. Factors affecting is different topography, different soils are there, different climatic conditions are there, different lifestyles of the people in different regions are there. So all these things are the best reasons for the betterment of this. Students, we have our next question here. The next question involves distinguish between the followings. The first one is here primary activities and secondary activities. Yes, we have some differentiates about this one. When we are taking primary activities, then here is the definition of this one. Activities which involve direct extraction and production of natural resources. These are included in the primary activities. And when we are talking about the secondary activities are those activities which concerned with the processing of natural resources, and this one is called secondary activity. For example, when we are including about the primary activities, agriculture, fishing and gathering is there. And when we are taking initiative for the example of the secondary activities, it includes manufacturing activities in industries, baking breads, etc. We are taking our last question here. See, subsistence farming and intensive farming. Yes, when we want to differentiate between subsistence farming and intensive farming, the first main reason is here, subsistence farming uses low levels of technology and household labor. It means low level of technology is using in the subsistence farming with only household labors. It means family members, and the output produced is also in a very small quantity. When we are talking about the intensive farming, then see, in intensive farming, a farmer uses simple tools and more labor to cultivate a small plot of land. So, here is the differentiation part of our question answer session. We will meet in our next part with our new chapter, but stay with us and help the farmers in the new technology methods adopting system. Help the farmers for the new technology, or we will say computer handling. Yes, computer friendly things are also so much taking initiative for the betterment of the farming, as we had discussed in the chapter reading session of the farms in USA as the farms in India also. So, this one includes a better thing in the lives of the farmers, with the lives of the students, and with the lives of the other persons or other peoples also, because we all need crops for our livelihood. We all need different types of cultivated things for our livelihood. So, we will meet in our next part with new chapter. Stay with us. Have a nice day.